Hello, welcome back. This video is about file sharing, creating files and documents within OneDrive using your college login. Starting from the beginning, we go to office.com, sign in using the class code and number that we were given at the beginning of the year. For this example, I'm using test.student. But remember, yours will be TAP1 at Liberties College, or it might be SSA4 at Liberties College. So remember, you're going to use your code here, and then at libertiescollege.ie, you type in your password you were given, the same one you use for your PC. Depending on what PC you're on, if it's your own, yeah, you can stay signed in. If it's one you're using in college or a library or somewhere public, I wouldn't stay signed in because you don't want everyone else or random strangers having access to your college work that you're spending a lot of time on. So for me, this is my personal PC, so I'm going to say yes, you can remember me. For this example, I'm a test student, so it says good evening test, and it has TS as my initials. On the left, remember, we've got all of our commonly used Office products, or apps as they're calling it now. And to get to the OneDrive, we click on the cloud icon. Remember, it may take some time to load depending on how busy the Office servers are. And we're just going to start from the very beginning. Your first day of college, you're just getting organized, you've got lots of energy. We're going to do new folder, and we're going to call it college work. It's very important to just create one folder for your college work and then have lots of different folders within that, because we might be moving it later on and it's easier to move everything all at once from one folder. So if you imagine, college work is the name of a book, and then the chapters of the book are inside the book, and we're going to do a new chapter, or in this case a new subject. Communications could be one subject. I just went new and I typed folder, and then I named the folder, and they automatically appeared inside the college work folder. So let's go to communications folder as the first example. I'm going to create another new folder. Okay, so this is the one that you are going to share with your teacher. So everything inside this folder will be shared with your teacher, or everything inside this folder will be shared with your group that you've been put into. Then there could be other individual documents that you're going to share, which is fine. But just for now, let's just do a simple example of my group work. We'll go into the My Group Work folder, which is inside the Communications folder, which is inside the College Work folder. Okay, so this is called a breadcrumb trail. You might be familiar with this. College Work, remember, is the name of the book. That's the chapter and the pages within the chapter. So I keep right clicking. It's new and then Word document. So when we create a new Word document, it will automatically save where you created it, which is really handy. Remember, when you're creating Word documents or any other documents in Office online, it may take some time to load. We always start a document by naming it, so it's easy for us to find again. It's saying it's going to be saved in test student my group work. So that would be your name or your code here, and then your group work here. So let's call this group project on cats, for example. And we always put in a header. You can put one in by clicking here. You could also put a header or a footer in, insert header footer by clicking on there as well. So I always recommend we name our documents at the very beginning, because then if we share it, everyone knows exactly who it's coming from when they open it, or it'll be obviously listed by who is sharing it with them. So our code for our class, for example, it will be ABC1, and then we're going to put a page number in because we don't know how big this document is going to get, and if it gets printed, it will be easy for us to put it all together again. So we know that this is the test students, this is ABC1, and there is the page number. We could say this is our group project on cats if we want. We could put our collaborative names. Maybe you could put test student and Mickey Mouse. I was doing this with Mickey Mouse, or we could make it even more exciting and put Brad Pitt's name here. We can dream that we are sharing this document with Brad. Okay, so that just shows the person correcting, the teacher correcting, and the person reading or working on it, that those people are sharing this particular document. So we'll say cats are nice, and we can highlight this, we can change it to bold, we can make it a bit bigger, and we might want to see what else there is. We could do, there you go, title, that'll do. It's worth playing around with these things. Why not insert a picture? Bing is a nice handy way of putting a picture in. Type in cats. There's bound to be lots of pictures of cats. There we go. Put him in, insert. And another nice thing you can do when you put a picture in, you can actually format it by clicking on the little thing here, and it changes it to that. But I'll be doing more videos on editing that you can do. So let's say we've finished working on this. It's somebody else's turn to start adding their bit to it. We're going to share the document. Click share. There's different sharing options you've got to be very careful about. It is about the permissions that the person working on the document has. So anyone with a link means anyone who gets their hands on a link can edit it, change it, delete it. People in Liberties College might be one that you want to choose, or specific people is another one. If you're sharing this with your teacher and you want feedback, you can allow editing but open in review mode only, and we're going to share it with me, Julianne. So the test student is the person working on this document. They're going to share with Julianne. Another couple of things just to have a look. Set expiration date is useful for teachers because they could set an exam and gives it a time frame for people to be able to access that exam. And you can also set a password for a document, so the receiver has to type in a password in order for them to be able to open it. You can also block download. But for this example, we're just going to be keeping it real simple. We're sending it to a teacher. We want their feedback. We're going to press apply. Then it allows us to put in the teacher's email, julianne.hickey, there I am, and then we're going to add a message. Okay, please check this out for me and see if I'm on the right track, and send. Now we can copy a link and send it by WhatsApp, and it will apply the same permissions, or we can send it by email, whatever you like to do. So let's send this. So let's have a look and see what happens as a teacher when you receive a file from a student. So we're in the shared section of the teachers folder. You know you're in the teachers folder. It says Julianne Hickey, that's me, and there's my little icon there. And there is the group project on cats that was sent to me by test student here. So if we click on group project and have a look. So there's different ways we can review. We can type stuff in, or we can dictate. And when we dictate, it will type the words that we are saying. So I might go under here. So let me, yes it will, and say, this is an example of talking and Word Online typing what I am saying. So obviously for this example we're not going to say that, but I just wanted to show you that's what you can do. So let's just get rid of that comment. So let's just do, we can dictate again. Yes, looks good, you're on the right track. Full stop, well done. Exclamation mark. and then press the dictation microphone again to turn it off. And now we can just close that document and they will automatically get that feedback. So let's go back to being a student. When the student logs back in, or you log back into your OneDrive and you go back into your group project on cats, it'll say new changes were made by Julianne Hickey while you were away. And then the comments here, yes, looks good, you're on the right track, well done, will automatically appear. Okay, now you can choose to obviously get rid of that and keep going. I'll show you how to do that now. So we're in the reviewing mode, so we either accept the words or we reject the words. So for example, if you're sharing it with your group mates and they're writing stuff in and you like what they wrote, you just tick accept. And then it will automatically change it into something that is not green but accepted on the document, and then you can keep on working. So that's just a quick overview. If we go back into our group work, OneDrive, that's the document we were working on, that's the document that was commented on. You can see who it was shared with, and all by looking on and hovering over the title of your document. I hope that wasn't too much all in one, but that's a quick overview on how to create folders, best way of creating them. Looking in your college work folder again, have a subject, a folder per subject that you are studying. And then it's a really good idea to have standard folders in each of your subjects, your own work, your group work, and work you want to share with your teacher. So another way you can actually share a whole folder is by using the little share icon here of the folder. You can actually right click on the folder and you can say share. There's lots of different ways of sharing within OneDrive. And remember, if you do decide to share a folder with a teacher, you label it your name so that she doesn't or he doesn't get confused with all the different folders that are in their shared document or their shared section of their OneDrive. So for example, test student here, we're going to share it with Julianne. There. And then remember, you want to make sure you're choosing the right settings here, ones that you're comfortable with. I'm just going to leave it the same and send. And then let's go into Julianne folder. I'm going to just refresh and we can see test student or Brad Pitt shared a communications folder with me, so it's easy for me to see. So if another student, Angelina Jolie or whoever, Ryan Gosling, shares a folder with me, I know whose folder it is very quickly within my shared documents. So that's the best way I'd recommend on sharing a folder with your teacher. Let's just quickly go in here. I'm the teacher. I've got full access to this folder. I'm just going to throw a new document in here. So assessment brief, sitting in the teacher's folder. We know we're in the teacher's folder, Julianne Hickey, there I am. And it is in the communications folder that was shared with me by the student. So let's go back in to test student folder. There it is. And let's see if the document is there. Yes, it is. But your teacher will be sharing things via Moodle a lot more than on OneDrive, but at least you know it's an option and it's there that you can use it. Okay, I think I've done enough talking. If you have any questions, please email me. If you want to see things again, you can always rewind and watch again. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.